Well, welcome back. This is now episode 19 of my GGBO build. So, you're probably going to notice a big difference in the quality. I've decided to mess around with some of my settings, just see what happens. But anyway, that's enough of that. So, as you saw, I finally managed to get all of my videos uploaded for all my staining process. That was a day and a half trying to get all that stuff uploaded and schedule and everything else. But I am now finally moving on to the finishing. I'm going to be honest, I did this thing off camera just to sort of test stuff, just to see what's, how things are going to fit. There are some alterations that I need to make. Now, I'm not going to do them on this episode, because I realise I really need to get this finish on to protect my stain. But what I think I'll do is, depending on the length, I'm definitely going to get this staining done. Depending on the length of my footage, I may do it in a separate episode. Possibly the episode where I start to install the hardware. But anyway, that's enough planning for the future, because obviously every time that I come up with a plan, it always goes wrong. I always do too much stuff. Never works out how I want to. Anyway, I'm going to stop chatting now. I'm going to get my camera mounted up and I'm going to get some finishing done. So, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, so here is my plan for today. As you can tell, I have you over this side of the bench and I've actually got the natural light. Because it's decent weather for a change, I've decided to utilise the natural light because it just looks better. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I am going to get this bad boy oil finished. Now, I've done a lot of tests off camera, as you've seen in my post in regards to the truss rod covers. I've done those. They may need a little bit more finishing work, but yeah, I'll get to that eventually. So, this has obviously got sanded back to 320 before I applied the aquamarine and the fallow. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to apply some crimson penetrating finishing oil. So as I say, in fact, might as well. As I say, I've done a lot of tests, a lot of practices. As you can probably see from this one, let's get you in the light, there we go. You can see the finish that's on that there. That's kind of what I'm going for. This other piece as well, it kind of dulled off a little bit though. But yeah, that's kind of the look I'm going for, I think. But we'll see. Obviously, read the advice of Crimson's tin, 4 to 6 coats. So that's probably what I'm going to aim for. Now, obviously I have my gloves on. I actually have my window, like literally to the left of me there. I've got that open just for ventilation. But it's really hot today, as you can probably tell by the sun. So, I'm going to stop chatting now though, and I'm going to get some finishing done. So I'm just going to do the method of just pouring a little bit on and spreading it around. So I found that when I do it and absorb it into this, it's just a bit too much. Okay, so I'm going to leave that for a couple of minutes, but obviously I know it's going to change because of the heat today, but I'm going to budge this across. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do the front, let that cure, and then I'll do the back, but I figured I might as well get cracking on the neck while I'm here, because my plan is I can do this front bit, and as I lay it down, the front's going to be fine. So anyway, this will be a bit easier. Let's crack on with it. leave this for a few minutes and I'll come back to you soon. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but my phone just decided to stop me recording. No idea why, but anyway, wiping the excess away. It's only been a few minutes, probably about 5, give or take. And already I am happy with this finish. Like, it looks amazing. Now, the top of the, so the top of the headstock is definitely going to need a little bit more attention. I'm probably going to apply this with a brush, be a bit easier to do, but yeah, and I know I'm touching it with my bare hands, but yeah, bit right, there we go. Right, so methinks it's on to coat 2. Alright, so my phone was having issues with recording the quality that was. So what I did was I changed it to 4K 60 FPS, but it's far too hot today for it to be able to handle it, so I think that's why my footage kept stopping. Anywho, I've got my gloves on. You've seen me just wipe away the excess. I didn't see the point in re-recording it for like the 3rd time. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with the staining. Staining, finishing, you know what I meant. So obviously the first few coats I'm going to get this. It's alright, I've got one earbud on, one side of my headphones off so I can hear just in case my camera decides to stop. So you might notice a quality dip. I have changed it back to 1080, but nah, it is what it is. Things happen. Okay, I just wanted to get a couple of thick coats on this. I'm going to leave it for a few hours now, let it cure properly, see how it looks, and then go from there. But also with the hot weather, obviously with my phone overheating, it's not worth risking. So, probably pick this up another day, so I'll talk to you soon. Back, alright, so, as you can tell by the natural light, it's nowhere near as sunny as it was yesterday. Thank goodness it's cooled down, because that was insane. Anywho, so, looking at this now, I mean, this is the front, and it just, that's, I'm amazed by it. It's literally just like, you know, 2 really thick coats. So, what I thought was, I know I said I'd get the front done fully, but I might as well start on the back, because I can add more stuff to the edges, get it to the same level as the front, and then whilst it's drying, I can do the neck and everything else. So, I'm going to stop talking now, though. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking, get back to some more oil finishing. I just keep saying staining, don't know why. I'm staining on the brain for like a week. Right, well, as you can tell, did the exact same as yesterday. So I got a few coats on. Realised that like I was part way through doing that second coat on the front, and I realised obviously with the amount of blue that's coming off, it's because obviously it takes that top layer you're staying off. So yeah, when I did that second one, I saw blue still coming off. I'm like, oh, what have I done wrong? But to be fair, this just looks awesome. So let me just pause this tunes a minute. It's all right. Trying to concentrate and then listening to tunes don't work. Anyway, when I was saying that doing that black mimics the front, like, it just looks awesome. So happy with it. So there was another thought that came in my head. That's something that I need to check. So just 1 second. Because I'll admit, I ain't the greatest in the world at my aim with masking stuff off sometimes. So it occurred to me that I kind of need to remove the masking tape from the fretboard. I think I did that because I'm so used to using like spray finish. Whereas when I said earlier that yesterday, that I wasn't confident with it pouring it into this, I'm actually quite proud of my little self because that worked really well. Anyway, just wiping off some excess. There we go. So yeah, so as I expected, I had a feeling this would happen. It's going to be hard for you guys to pick it up in this angle, but I've got a little bit of a line here where I've got like some of the bare wood coming through, but I'm alright with that. That looks actually pretty cool. I was contemplating like chucking a bit of gold on there, but it's not much point. I like it, it's quite nice. Anyway, I think I have to call that quits there because I need to let this cure for a few hours now. So, yeah, that works really well with the brass nut and a little bit of gold. Yeah, so I'm going to call it quits right here. I'm going to let everything dry. I'll tell you what, let's move this back over. I mean, yeah, there's a slight alteration between the ash and the maple, but wow, that just looks amazing. Like, it's nowhere near as hot as yesterday, but already it's dried and there's no excess for me to wipe off. So I did the same as yesterday. Like I say, I did 2 thick coats, one after the other, and then I'm going to come back to it more likely tomorrow and then carry on. So I think what I'll do is I can do the back or I can do the front, one of the two. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Alrighty, here I am. I'm back again. So this is awesome. So this is fully cured. Sides look amazing. Now the front, that looks awesome too. So the back and the front, I've had 2 coats each. The sides and the neck, they're on its 3rd coat. So I think what I'm going to do is, sorry, just making sure there's, yep, it's all nice and dried up. I'm gonna pop another coat on the back, move it across, let it dry, do another coat on the neck, so what that'll bring me up to 4 on the neck and 3 on the back. Then as soon as this is dried, I'll flip it over, do the front, because that way I'll have 3 on everything, and then it'll just be a case of adding more and more. Anyway, you may be wondering as well why I've done this before I've glued my neck in, and that's because still not 100% on the neck break angle. That's one of my things on my list to sort out. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get this add some more finish to this. I'm going to be honest with you, I noticed a little spot on the front of the body where there was a little bit of leftover, you know, from like this bit where someone poured off. But I've managed to sand it off, so hopefully you might not even be able to tell. Don't know why I'm telling you, because it's, well, I'm telling you because I'm being honest, but curious to see if you'll actually be able to tell once I'm all finished. Then I think that one's going to be called quits for today. Yeah, let's have a laugh. Let's see if you can tell. Right, that little spot right at the bottom is the only awkwardness about the lighting. No, you can't see. Oh, that's brilliant. It's all right. Once I add a bit more finish to it, I'm not even going to know where it is. One thing, I'm going to take the camera off the mount a minute, because there's something I want to show you that I didn't actually notice or expect. So obviously this wood grain here, that was always coming through, but this bit here, so like these areas, that's just awesome. Like I didn't see that coming through whatsoever. And same with these bits. Like I thought to myself, oh, is it me not, you know, doing a good enough job at sanding it? But no, it just come out of nowhere. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it quits on this one. Obviously, it's just going to take a few minutes for it to, you know, dry so I can wipe it off. But, so I've been doing this, like, I'm on nights at work, so obviously I've been doing this once every day, so it's working out really well. When I stopped as well, I've got a little list on my, up here, like behind the camera, I've got a frame, which you've probably seen. And I've written myself a list of how many coats I've got, because knowing me, I'll end up forgetting. Right, anyway. So, I'm going to leave this to dry. I'll come back to it again, more likely tomorrow. Then I'm going to flip it over, put it on the do the front, same thing. Add a coat to the front, let it dry. And then I'll add another coat to the neck. So I'm going to try and do like what Crimson recommend, which is 4 to 6 coats. So as soon as this bad boy has its 6th coat, then that's done. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now, but I will more likely pick it up tomorrow, as I say, and I'll talk to you soon. Change of plan. I'm calling episode 19 quits here. It may seem strange because I've not finished doing all the finishing, but I've been watching my footage back and I've noticed I talk a lot. And so because I'm not speeding the footage up, it's going to be quite a long video. So I don't want the same thing to happen like it's happened in my staining process and try and put out a 47-minute video. That's not going to be pretty. But it's a good stopping point as well, because obviously I've added the first coats to everything. So, you know, kind of lucky that I realised this, but, you know, what can you do? So yeah, that is episode 19 done. I'm going to carry on my night shifts, before and after my night shifts, possibly. I'm not sure yet. I mean, luckily, it's not loud work, so I can start early in the morning. You know, see what happens. But yes, keep your eyes peeled for the next episode. I will be carrying on getting my the oil finish added. So, as always, my social links are down in the description below. So I have my Facebook and Instagram. Please feel free to like and follow my pages. Also, cast your vote for which truss rod cover I should use, because I am really struggling with this. Like, they all look really cool. I even showed it to one of my friends, and he was like, yeah, I like all 3 of them. So, hard to choose a favourite. So, please help me out with this one. That also goes to the GGBO forum, so I have posted in there. So, if you want to cast your vote on there as well, you can do. The link to the website is in the description as well. But also, please support everyone in this competition. Like, they're making some really cool stuff. They're being so supportive of each other, and they deserve all the credit in the world. So that's all from me in this one. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next.